Atlanta's most accurate 7-day forecast shows pretty good weather pattern, honestly, for the next few days. We do have a slight chance of pop-up showers and storms, but otherwise, it's kind of like today. We're not going to see too much in the way of moisture. It's really going to be more about the temperatures and the humidity, slowly starting to rise as we go through Wednesday and Thursday with those temperatures in the mid-80s. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means enjoy tomorrow. Temperatures are in the upper 70s to lower 80s, humidity a little bit on the lower side. A very comfortable day out there. Now, once we get through Wednesday and Thursday, all of that's building up to Friday. That's when we have our next round of rain potentially moving through. Right now it looks to be about 40%. For the chance of showers and storms. We're going to be watching this. Models are starting to kind of change their tune a bit, but as of right now, it looks to see isolated showers in the morning, a break in the afternoon, and then slightly better chances through the evening. So that means if you're going to be heading out to Truist Park, we're going to be there for our Braves on Gray Day. Hopefully we can keep the rain away from the Battery while we're there. Should start to move in later in the evening. But one of the changes the models are having is right now we've got mostly sunny skies for your Saturday. We're holding on. We're going to wait to see a little more consistency, see if the models continue this trend. But if that front stalls out like it's, maybe thinking it could, we could see some morning showers on Saturday before things start to move on. Thankfully, if it does stall out, we're not talking like we saw last week, which is rounds of rain over and over again. By Sunday, this thing will be gone. We'll be seeing lower humidity, mornings in the mid-50s, 40s for the mountains, and temperatures in the mid-70s in the afternoon. And it'll be feeling like a beautiful spring weekend for that first weekend of May.